Okay, good morning, boys and girls. Today in 7th grade math, we were discussing the concept of sample spaces. Sample spaces are all the possibilities that are possible in mostly probability problems. This happens when you don't know the exact number first. We're going to talk about how you find the exact number. So, suppose for instance, you're going to pick basketball jersey for our basketball team. Suppose we actually have a team because extracurriculars haven't been canceled due to weird viruses. It could say Clayton or Cougars. And you have the choice between, so you have the choice between what the jersey says, and you have the choice between red, white, or black. Okay, one possibility to find the number of total combinations here. So you have two choices between the name and three choices between the color is to make what's called a tree diagram.
Lucky me.
Okay, so you start off with the two possibilities for the name on the jersey, and then each of them have three options for the color. So we count how many total numbers there are, combinations there are for our sample space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 combinations for the sample space. You can have Clayton in red, Clayton in white, Clayton in black, Cougars in red, Cougars in white, and Cougars in black. Alright, so that is the sample space. Now, if you want to make a probability question, if these are all equally likely, what's the probability you pick a white jersey that has Clayton on it? Well, that's one possibility out of 6. That's the probability. Most of your questions today make you turn that into a percentage. You simply divide at this point to get the percentage. Let's do another example. Let me make sure. Alright, so sorry, I was just checking your assignment. Suppose you want ice cream. So for your ice cream, you have an option between vanilla, chocolate, or a swirl. And for your topping, you have an option between, for syrup toppings, strawberry, chocolate, caramel, and fudge. Okay. Once again, you can make a tree diagram. Don't ask me to diagonal. We have vanilla, chocolate, swirl. I get lazy and just put the letters for my tree diagrams. Each of them have 4 possibilities: strawberry, chocolate, caramel, and fudge. Strawberry, chocolate, caramel, fudge. Strawberry, chocolate, caramel, fudge. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 possibilities in the sample space. Now, if you are quicker, you realize you actually don't need to make tree diagrams each time. If you're trying to find the number of possible combinations, it's simply 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 times 4. You take the number of possibilities for the first one, number of possibilities for the second one, and just multiply them. If you want a fancy math term, that's the fundamental counting principle, but just multiply the number of possibilities. And once again, the probability that you pick, for instance, caramel with your chocolate, which sounds like a disgusting combination to me, but what do I know, is 1 in 12. Okay, now before we finish this, there's a goofy question that your assignment really likes because every time I preview it, it comes up. Let's go over how to do it. A goofy question, Nathan. My son asked a goof question because he's been watching too much Mickey Mouse cartoons. Gosh. Anyway. So, there's a Mexican restaurant that has a special promotion for various foods. And I am not going to bother trying to pronounce these names because when I try to pronounce Spanish words, it's just embarrassing. Both my students and my Costa Rican father-in-law both laugh at me. Tostadas I can do, but I say pollo and it sounds like, I know it's chicken, but it makes it sound weird no matter what I do. Alright, no worries. Anyways, they have these 5 food items available, and if you come in on a certain day of the week, and it's the same day, so like, if a Tuesday you come in for and you randomly pick tostadas, you get half off the tostadas. But these are random. So it has to be given the day of the week and the food item and had the same first initial to get the item. So what is the probability you get the food item half off? Alright, how many days of the week are there? 7. How many food items are here? 5. There's 35 possible combinations. Okay? Now, how many of these start with the same letter as the day of the week? M, that's 1 for Monday. S, Saturday and Sunday, that happens twice. Tostadas, Tuesdays and Thursdays, that happens twice. Chili, there's no C for the days of the week. Pollo. See, I told you I'm not going to pronounce these for a reason. No P, so you have 5 possible combinations out of 35. Then divide to find the percentage. It's a little strange, but not that difficult once you realize how to do it, and it probably will show up on your assignment. So, as always, any questions, ask me. Adios.